Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is literally the third time I've tried filming this video. So this is like a new little setup that I've got here. So I feel like I'm gonna keep the part of my intro that I mentioned in the video, and then I'm just gonna go through the play rating. This video is gonna be my Wolves versus my Tottenham player ratings for the Wolves versus Tottenham game, which was 2 days ago now. I'm just filming it now because, you know, I had to edit my vlog yesterday and I had to sort of, you know, write my play ratings today, and I'm finally getting around to filming this video. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go into this video. Wolves 2, Tottenham 2, and that was the end result at full time. So obviously it goes straight to penalties, and Tottenham ended up winning 3-2 on penalties. So the first half, I would say mostly Tottenham controlled it because we started really well. We got an early-ish goal. I can't remember what minute it was scored, but you know, we started the game really well. It was creating loads of chances and stuff, and it was a much better improved performance from the last two performances we had with Crystal Palace and Chelsea. You know, I was happy with the lineup as well. I sort of got some of my predictions right. Some of them wasn't right, but I was happy with the lineup. Obviously, we ended up conceding a goal towards the end of the first half from a corner. We need to sort this set pieces situation out because it keeps happening and we can't keep making these mistakes. And then we move into the second half, which wasn't as good, as in we created chances but we just didn't score from them. And obviously there was that Wolves, they ended up scoring again, and I feel like in the end a 2-2 was a fair result after the whole 90 minutes, although we did have our chances to take the lead. Sadly we wasn't able to score. But moving into the penalties, I hate penalty shootouts, honestly. I get so much anxiety from them, but it's just the thought of having to watch the penalties, and I had to watch it on the stream, so mine was a bit behind, so it's like it would skip some bits because it would get to where the actual game is. So like I missed the first penalty from Wolves and I scored it, and I was just like, okay then. The tiny long legs in here, and it's back again. So starting off with Golini, I gave him an 8. I don't feel like he was at fault for any of the 2 goals we conceded. He didn't really have to deal with much during the game because Wolves only had like 12 shots and 4 shots on target, so he didn't really have to do much during that. His overall performance was really good. I was really happy with how he performed, and also he saved that vital penalty in the shootout from Dendoncker, which was vital in seeing us going through to the 4th round, which we will be playing Burnley away. And moving on to Romero, who I gave an 8. It was another good performance. Overall, he did make that one sloppy pass, which luckily Sanchez was able to bail him out from with a foul, but that was his only mistake during the whole game. He also made a great clearing block from a shot by Dendoncker as well, and I feel like he's getting better with each game. Moving on to Sanchez, who I gave a 7. He handled much that pretty much came his way in the first half, working hard at the back with Romero. Early on during the second half though, he allowed Wolves in for a decent chance, and he did look shaky throughout that second half period, but overall it was a good performance. But I feel I marked him lower than Romero just because of how shaky he was at times, and I feel like he made a bit more mistakes than Romero, but it was only like a slight. Moving on to Tanganga, I also gave him a 7. He was able to deal with much that came down the right hand side, and he had a chance to score just before half time. However, he did fire it over the bar from a tight angle. I feel like that was quite a hard shot to, you know, score from. He did have enough shot during the second half, and there was some loose passing in there, resulting in a lot of free kicks that he gave away. Replaced by Reguilón just before the penalties, but I feel like it was a decent performance overall. Now moving on to Davies, who also gave a 7. He defended well throughout the entire game, and he did get down the left when he was able to. He made a crucial interception towards the end of the second half to stop a pass getting through to Traore in the box, and it was a much better display compared to his previous performances, where he's been a bit lacklustre and he hasn't really offered much and he didn't really defend. This game a lot better. Skip, who I gave a 9. One of my man of the matches, I had 2. So you can guess who the other one was, but yeah, Skip was one of my man of the matches. Done well to win a 50-50 challenge in the Wolves half before passing to Ndombele in the build up to his goal. He also intercepted the ball for our second goal as well. So basically both the goals we scored were down to Skip. And I feel like he controlled the midfield for the majority of the game. And he did handle Traore pretty well, putting in some big tackles. And yeah, a man of the match performance from Skip. Moving on to Ndombele, I gave him an 8. He showed desire all throughout the game, especially when he chased down the ball and Skip passed the ball to him and he ran through on goal. And then he cut inside his defender and was able to calmly put the ball into the back of the net, scoring his first goal of the season and hopefully the first of many. I feel like he did work really hard during the first half. However, he was weak in that challenge as Dendonka. I feel like I keep mentioning him, but beat him to the ball from a corner to score the Wolves' first goal, which was just before half time. However, moving on to Wolves' second goal, which people probably blame Ndombele for. However, rewatching that clip like over and over, and I thought this when I first saw it, I do believe that Ndombele was fouled before Wolves scored their second goal. I definitely believe that's a foul. So for me, I'm not considering that a mistake from Tanguy. That's just my opinion. He lasted 90 minutes, which I can't remember the last time he lasted 90 minutes, but last 90 minutes was really good. Basically showing why he needs to be in the team. Moving on to Lo Celso, who I feel like was probably I gave him a 6, but I feel like he probably was, I don't want to say worst player on the pitch, but he was the least effective. Had a chance to score by beating Khalid in the Wolves box, only to tread on the ball, which brought himself down. However, he was in the build up to the second goal. He's still yet to find his rhythm, but there is positives to take from his performances. Hopefully soon he'll get back to his best. Now moving on to Dele, who I gave a 7. A great assist to Kane's goal. A pinpoint through ball into Kane's stride. That's the Dele we know. A hard working display, trying to connect the midfield and attack. And he also played a great ball across the 6-yard box with Hill denied by the keeper. I thought that would have been a really good assist if he was able to finish that chance. But all in all, from Dele, another good performance from Dele. Now we're moving on to Hill, who was my other man of the match, who I also gave a 9. He was a constant creative outlet with loads of chances set out for his teammates. In the first half, he had a chance to put us, this was especially in the first half, he had a chance to put us back in the lead with a sliding effort from close range that was however saved by their goalie. It was a fantastic display and also scored a great penalty. I was super impressed with his penalty in the top left hand corner. I was super impressed. Like, now we know we have Kane, who can really take penalties. Hill can really take penalties because he's really confident with that. Son, even regular maybe. So that's like 4 good penalty shooters. So all in all, it was a good performance and man of the match performance alongside Skip. So they were both probably the best players on the night. Now we're moving on to Kane, who I gave a 7. Obviously back on the score sheet as he took Dave's pass in stride and confidently shot into the bottom left corner. He definitely got more involved during this game compared to our previous games. Tested the goalie with a shot on turn and a header midway through the second half. Scored his penalty confidently in the shootout, and we need this type of performance from Kane for the North London derby coming up on Sunday. I don't know why I said Saturday, Sunday at the Emirates Stadium. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can deliver, because I feel like maybe playing Arsenal can get him back into his best performances, but who knows. Just moving into subs, Son came on around the 60th minute mark for Lo Celso. Who I gave him a 7. Set up a good chance for Kane from a cross, and was a constant threat to the Wolves back line. I was super impressed with Son when he came on. I'm not entirely sure about his fitness, whether that's maybe why he didn't start because he just came back from injury, but I'm hoping he starts against Arsenal. Obviously Højbjerg came on with like 10 minutes to go. I didn't really give him a rating. I mean, he obviously did miss that penalty in the shootout, but it didn't really cost us. Even though the only thing that really did was give Wolves hope, even though that ended in disaster for them. And Reguilon came on. I didn't give him a rating, but he did score a great pen. Just shows you don't have to be playing for like quite a while to score a penalty. I'm not mentioning no one, but you know what I mean. And just to finish with Nuno, I gave him a 7. Tactics, I feel like were right from minute 1, and we started the game really well, creating like a lot more than we have been in our previous matches, which is much improved. Obviously set pieces, mistakes, it still needs to be sorted out, and I'm hoping that at some point that can be, you know, addressed, because we can't keep making the same mistakes. But overall it was a great performance and a much better improved performance from the Crystal Palace game and the Chelsea game. So I was super happy with the way it turned out. And now we move on to Arsenal on Sunday, and my predicted lineup will be up tomorrow as you're watching this, so look out for that. Let me know your play ratings down below in the comments. Let me know if you agreed on mine, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with my predicted lineup. I will also be doing a live watch along for the Arsenal game, so look out for that. And also, I haven't mentioned this in a while, but I do have a second channel, which is like my reaction channel. So if you enjoy like reactions, go ahead over to my second channel, which is linked in the description box as well. It's called S Reacts, so look out for that. There will be a new video on that channel Wednesday at 5 PM, so look out for that. And make sure you do subscribe. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. Bye guys.